Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today is our last part of the book recommendations, and it's going to be the last part of the book recommendations for Rockstar romances. So let's just jump into it. But I keep saying let's just jump into it. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I am doing as well as can be. It's been hot. It's been hot. I can say that. But I hope your day is going as well as it can be. And I hope I can bring you some book recommendations that you haven't heard of or are just interested in. So let's now get into it. If you haven't seen any of my previous book recommendations for this week, I will link Reverse Harem Part 2 up above. I do have a Part 1 as well. And then this is Part 2 of the Rockstar romances. And like I said in Part 1, I do have dual books, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, because they're just books that have both of the tropes for this week in it, and that is Reverse Harems and Rockstar romances. So I didn't want to give you both at the beginning of each video, so I just give it to the end of this one if you haven't seen the previous ones. Okay, now let's get into it. The first book is one of my favorites. It's a 5-star read for me, and that is Pretty Obsessed by J.R. Gray. This is book 1 of the Pretty series. The second book is Pretty Toxic, which I have, but I didn't want to bring it out because this is the first book. This is an Achillean, and we are following Embry and River. Embry is a author, a YA author, and River is the drummer of a very famous band. And they meet, their meet cute is at a sex club, and it's super crazy, like, how they connect. This is not a toxic love. This is very, very intense, the obsession they have for each other, and it's just plain love and smut. It's a 5-star. Like, I tap the hell out of this book with like the smut and just like the greatness in this. This is good. This is good. So check it out. Our next one is The Mighty Storm by Samantha Tolley. This is a Rockstar romance series. The first 2 books follow the same couple, and then the other books, besides I think the 4th one, follow a different person in the band. So this is a second chance romance between childhood friends who both had crushes on each other but never said anything. And we happen to see them again because our heroine is going to be interviewing our hero, who she doesn't know if he actually remembers her, which he does. And he doesn't want to let her go. I will say that there is infidelity in this book, but I truly did like it. Love it even. So please try it out. The next one is Jamil Jasper's book, and this is a interracial Rockstar romance. And this is a dark romance. We have our heroine she finds something negative about our hero and tries to blackmail him, and that backfires. And she just happens to become pregnant by him, and a lot of darkness. So, if that's your shtick, I think you might like this one. The next one is a Jane Diamond book, and it says Hot Mess. This is a second chance romance between a broken-hearted hero and a very sweet and gullible heroine. It's very sweet, very fluffy, a little shamey. I think you might like it. Up next is The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes by XO Alex Road. I probably butchered that and I'm so sorry. But this is a interracial second chance romance where our main heroine, her name is Tony, she and our hero had been friends for a while. They were supposed to escape their city together because he is a writer for music and she is a musician. And it's been implied that they had feelings for each other, but never really honed in on being together. Then one day he ups and disappears, and she's stuck in the city by herself, just left. And this is years later, and he is the manager for a band she's trying to audition for. I felt so much angst and heartbreak reading this. I think you'll enjoy it. So these next ones are all dual reverse harems and Rockstar romances. And if you aren't seeing the first part of the reverse harems, then you can just go ahead and leave because they're just the same books. If you haven't, then let's get into it. The first one is Lilac by B.B. Reed. This is the special edition copy. If you've been on my channel, then you know that I did not rate this one good. I am giving it a second chance, so hopefully I will enjoy it more on the second read because I did give Prince and the Pawn a second chance, like literally yesterday, and it went from a 3 to a 4-star for me. So hopefully this one will too. But this is our heroine. She is going to be working with a boy band who have, most of them are broken-hearted heroes. And it's kind of dark because of how some of them treat her. But she perseveres and they have a happily ever after, maybe. Our next one is Tattooed Hearts. This is the complete duet, and this is by Chris Butler in reverse harem. That is very suspenseful. Our main hero, I guess the odd one out, is not a rock star, is a tattoo artist who is tattooing our boy band members, and this is their love story together, but someone is trying to destroy their lives. It's suspenseful. The second to last is Star Boys by Jeremy Jenkins. I read this book, and if you can find the video for it, I will tell you that, like, I didn't think that having too much love and, like, having too many characters in a reverse harem was a problem until I read this book, because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, six people, 6 point of views, like, what? But this was a lot, and this is a soulmate, so everybody but our main star is a celebrity of some sort. We do have a rock star, we do have 2 actors, a costume designer, and a director, and then our hero. That should say a lot, right? But it's due because one of them is a rock star, so they're all celebrities besides our main hero. And this is him finding soulmates, all 5 of his soulmates. And it ends up being a polyamorous relationship because everyone's with everyone, so I hope you enjoy. And the last one is a book I'm reading now, and that's Groovy by C. Staunch. And this is a trilogy who follows our heroine who is brokenhearted, who is also dealing with brokenhearted band members. And it's a lot. This is a trilogy, like I said, so I'm only starting this and 100 pages in, and it's crazy because there's so much angst in here that I was crying. Well, I was tearing up on the first couple of pages because there's a lot of grief that Lilith, our heroine, is going through that leads to her doing a whole bunch of stuff that she probably wouldn't have done if she was clear-headed at this point in time. But she ends up doing it, and a lot happens. So that is it for the book recommendations. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have some book recommendations that are Rockstar romances, then just put them down below so everyone can see them. And so I can figure out if I need to add them to my TBR or buy them, like both. Or if I have already read them and, just haven't put them in the books in this video yet. I have so many books right now, that's crazy. But now that it's summer, I can actually read a lot more, so that's what I'm doing. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this book recommendations. And I will see you all next video. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!